pleasant Sunday evening to each and every person present with us this evening. My name is Christopher Thomas, and it is indeed my pleasure to welcome you to another Sunday night health and wellness seminar where our focus is lifestyle diseases are creating mayhem on our health sector. And one of those lifestyle-related challenges that is not just only creating mayhem on the health sector, but is creating mayhem in the lives of so many people across the world, including my own family, is that of hypertension. Some people call it high blood pressure. However you describe it, there is one commonality with it, and that is that it is a silent killer. This does not provide you any warning. Yes, you can be here today, and by later in the afternoon, you are no more as a result of high blood pressure. And so this evening, we want to delve into this particular challenge. We want to look at what it is. We want to look at how it affects the human body. And we also want to look at how we can prevent and possibly treat this condition that some persons at some point in time in their lives are going to struggle with, considering their their current health situation or your living condition, your financial situation, or whatever. But at some point in time, you may be a victim of this challenge, and if it so happens that you fall into that category where you are labeled as somebody with high blood pressure, how do you go about treating this particular challenge? If you are here with us this evening and you know somebody that has been afflicted with high blood pressure, go to the chat and type the number 1. You know somebody that has high blood pressure or had high blood pressure, go to the chat and type the number 1. Do you know anybody with high blood pressure? If you know people, just go to the chat and document the chat with the number 1. Yes, number 1 is populating the chat. Christine, Gloria, Troy, Don, all these people. So they know people that have been struggling with high blood pressure. If you know somebody that has succumbed to a high blood pressure related illness, yes, meaning that they are dead as a result of it, may I invite you to drop the number 3 in the chat. You know somebody who has passed on as a result of high blood pressure. Yes, somebody who has passed on as a result of high blood pressure. Okay, great. So the numbers are going up. So lots of us are aware of persons who have died from high blood pressure related challenges. All right, I myself, ladies and gentlemen, up to recently, I would tell you that was not possible in my family, because my family is not known to be that type of family that struggles with any lifestyle related challenges. However, just October of last year, my cousin, 28 years old, man has never been sick in his life, never been to a doctor except when he was a child or when he had to do his shots. Very healthy, very slender gentleman who considered himself to be very fit. He woke up one day and just found that his head was hurting him, and he went to the doctors and they prescribed some medications for him, and lo and behold, 3 days later, he was in a coma. He suffered from what is known as brain aneurysm, and of course, brain aneurysm is triggered by high blood pressure. We buried him the 16th of November last year. So this is not something that is unbeknown to me. Prior to that, a friend of mine out of Trinidad and Tobago, somebody who I gave some products, person didn't use them. And lo and behold, 1 month later, the person was dead. So this is something that is not an age challenge. It's not something that is just for persons who are, old and feeble. This is affecting people across age groups now. And so therefore, we need to know what it is, and we need to also know how we can alleviate this particular challenge. So welcome again. Are we good to go now? Do we have everybody that we want to have? Are you seeing everybody that you invited? If not, please go to your various messaging options whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, your Instagram, your TikTok, or your WhatsApp, and go ahead and just invite people. Invite as many people as you possibly can, because we want to educate the population about high blood pressure. Now, according to research done by the people at the World Health Organization, over 45% of persons who are hypertensive, would you believe that they are unaware that they're hypertensive? Yes, that's what the World Health Organization is saying. They are saying that up to 45% of persons who are, and that is why these people, oftentimes you see, they develop a symptom in particular, let's say headache, and by the time they get to the doctor, it's a foregone conclusion, it's burial time, because they were unaware. There was no treatment that was taking place for that particular disease. Do you know anyone that has happened to? Or, for example, yourself, have you had your blood pressure checked? If so, what is your reading? What was your last reading when you did your blood pressure check? You know what normal blood pressure is. So now that you're aware of that, would you consider yourself to be in the category of having high blood pressure at this point in time, if you were to do your reading in any recent time? Let's say you did it yesterday or today or last month. What was that particular reading? And if that reading is showing anything that can be declared as primary or secondary high blood pressure, then it definitely means that you need to start taking care of yourself, better care of yourself, right? Now, here are some complications that are oftentimes associated with high blood pressure: heart attack, strokes, heart failure, fluid buildup in the lungs, vision loss, kidney damage, erectile dysfunction, and, to maybe the surprise of many, memory loss. Yes, persons who struggle with high blood pressure sometimes find themselves, struggling with these types of complications as well. And of course, with complications like these, one's life can be extremely miserable. That is why it's very important that you are having consultation, as best, even though for some persons it can be, coming at a cost, but it's very important for you to be checking with your doctor to find out what is happening with you. Very, very essential that you have your blood sugar, that you have your blood pressure, taken, so you can have an appreciation of the numbers and you know exactly how to function thereafter. Also, it is very important as well that you place yourself in a situation where you are living your best life. We know challenges are a part of life. Life and challenges are synonymous. But you have to place yourself in a situation where you are not overly stressing yourself, Don Rogers. You are not lazy. You are not at home, for example, and you are just sitting on the couch or spending the entire day, pardon me, in the bed. But you're active. Because being active can, in some case, eliminate or alleviate the problem of high blood pressure. But these complications here are extremely serious, and ever so often you listen to the doctors on the television, for those of you who watch sometimes, and you hear them relating this type of information, the connection between high blood pressure and heart attack, the connection between high blood pressure and a stroke, the connection between your vision, you losing your vision as somebody who is hypertensive. And we're going to look more at that as well, even the kidney damage, because some of that has to do with the medication that are prescribed for individuals. But how do you actually treat this lifestyle related challenge? First and foremost, you want to understand that yes, stress can be a factor. Obesity can be another factor that cause this challenge. Inactivity, for some persons, lack of physical, exercise. For example, how many times per week are you spending now walking as opposed to driving? How many times per week do you exercise? What types of foods are you consuming? Your BMI, for example, what is it? Your height to weight. How is that looking? Are you in that category? Are you at risk for hypertension? If you are, then that in of itself is a major challenge, and the possibility exists, ladies and gentlemen, that you could be hypertensive at the minute, but you are unaware. Yes, you are unaware. One of the things that my friend, who's a medical doctor, would have conveyed to me recently is that one of the first signs that an individual is struggling with hypertension is constant headache. Your head is just always hurting and you can't explain it. The pain is excruciating and you just cannot explain it. And some of us, we try to sleep it away. Some of us tend to drink a lot of water. Some of us will take some painkillers just to get rid of the challenge. But not knowing that could very well be hypertension. And of course, if you do the right thing, then it can have catastrophic impact on your life. So it's always important. Yes, you're having that headache. Nothing is wrong if you get your blood pressure checked. You're having the headache. Nothing is wrong if you have your blood sugar levels checked as well. Very, very, very important. But of course, we also know that there are natural remedies that are available for persons to challenge this type of lifestyle-related disease. Yes, the doctors, they oftentimes prescribe for persons who are hypertensive these statin drugs, and that is where the kidney damage comes into play more often than not. Yes, that's where the kidney damage comes into play. That's where the erectile dysfunction comes into play for our men, right? The low libido for the females. That's where that comes in when you are taking those statin drugs with loads of side effects. Have you ever been watching your television and you see they're advertising a drug that is passed by the FDA, and they're saying that this is very healthy for you. It helps to mitigate diabetes, hypertension, whatever the problem is. But then behind that, they are stating loads of complications that may be associated with you utilizing that drug. Have you ever seen that? If you have seen that on your television, can you drop the number 1 in the chat if you have seen that any at all? Have you ever noticed that any at all? Anybody here has ever seen an ad where they're advertising a drug for hypertension or diabetes or crowd, and then they are telling you behind that there are loads of complications that you must look out for this. There may be headache, there may be hot flashes, there may be these things. Well, let me tell you, for the persons who are utilizing the statin drugs, ladies and gentlemen, the common side effects of the statin drugs that are associated with when these things are given to you for especially hypertension, high blood pressure, one of the main things is usually the damage to your kidney. Men struggle with erectile dysfunction, and at some point in time, you may lose your vision. Are you aware of that? Are you aware? Anybody has ever heard that before this evening? Drop the number 7 in the chat if you have heard this bit of information to know that it is better for you to stay away from the things that the doctors are prescribing to you as opposed to be using them, because yes, it is doing one thing, but at the same time it is creating a million other problems as you go along. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, for me personally, I have no great challenge with conventional medicine. No, I don't, because medicine is important to save lives, and if it doesn't come with a complication, then it is very good. But when it comes with a complication, then for me that is a challenge. And that is why I am happy that we have people like Dr. Esther Ramos, among others, who are naturopathic specialists, because these persons would have spent years as conventional doctors. Yes, these are the doctors who would have gone to med school. They would have had the training as to how to deal with conditions. And of course, these persons are now taking the drugs from the drug companies to prescribe you as a treatment for your particular complications. But they don't know what goes into the drug that they are prescribing to you. They believe that they are doing the best that they can. So I appreciate those people. I have maximum respect for them. But my respect, ladies and gentlemen, really goes to the persons who are the naturopathic specialists, because these are persons who are studying herbal medicine, right? Conducting loads of research on herbal stuff, and they are seeing the benefits, day in, day out, and now they can utilize these things to help individuals to live their best lives. For example, Dr. Esther Ramos is one such person. This individual had a very, what I would call, uncomfortable situation to deal with. Her husband would have been diagnosed with stage 4 gastric cancer. Yes, stage 4, think about it, stage 4 stomach cancer this person was diagnosed with. And the person was told by the conventional doctors that, look, you have just about 6 months to live. You have 6 months to live. In her wisdom, she thought it prudent to investigate that which she knows. And what did she do? She went in search of herbal products to help. Her journey took her to a place where she met the best herbalist, and together they said, hey, we believe that this can help. She would return to the States, and daily she fed the gentleman with the mushrooms. And what do you know? 6 months later, the man who doctors gave over to death was very much alive. Think about it for a minute. They said to him, go home, make your will, say your prayers, make sure that you are in good, make sure you have a good relationship rather with your maker, because you're going home. That's what they told him. But it has been 13 years and counting. Not only is the gentleman cancer-free, ladies and gentlemen, but he's alive. He's alive and he's cancer-free. Absolutely no cancer in the gentleman's body. Now, Dr. Esther Ramos, in her wisdom, decided that, wow, if these mushrooms could have added such great value to her husband's life, then it makes sense to give to pass them on to people like us. Yes, before now, the knowledge was not available. But here it is now that you are here on this platform and we are providing the knowledge. And one of the things that Dr. Esther Ramos recognized is that one of the primary reasons for lifestyle-related challenges, separate and apart from you're being obese, you're being inactive, I should say, or you're eating poorly, is the fact that so many people are exposed to too many toxins. Yes, too many of us are overexposed to toxins. And if you look at your life, for example, look at your life on a daily basis, you wake up in the morning, and there are some things that you do. Some of those things that you are utilizing for your personal care are toxic. Did you know that? Did you know that? Number 7 in the chat, if you're aware of that. Yes? You leave home for work, and again, you are exposed to toxins. What are these toxins? Carbon monoxide, because you're driving in a motor vehicle, you're not riding a bicycle. Everybody's not riding bicycles. Most people are driving motor cars, and from the car is being emitted the carbon monoxide. You go to your place of work, and then, whoa, toxins again. On your way home from work, toxins again. And in between that, you're consuming foods that are just literally inundated with various types of toxins. So ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Esther Ramos in her wisdom said, listen, if you really want to enjoy your best life, if you want to be free of lifestyle-related challenges, or to, just enjoy a good life, then one of the things that you want to do is to make sure that you are cleansing your system. that you are detoxifying your body. You are ridding your body of the toxins that are leading towards these particular lifestyle-related challenges. And so she formulated this product known as the Tedavina Detox Tea. Now, this tea, ladies and gentlemen, I must emphasize, is not a washout. Some persons have asked me, is it a washout? And I am saying categorically, it's not a washout. Yes, as children and some adults, you are accustomed to drinking some stuff and boom, you are in the bathroom, excreting matters. Yes, fine, that's okay. But here is something that is totally different. What makes it so different are the ingredients that constitute the product, but most importantly, what the product does. So here's what it does. Number one, it gets to your cells in your body and it eliminates all of the oxidative stress that is attached to your cells. You're talking about a cellular cleanse, a cellular detox. And so the man or the woman that has high blood pressure, here is the benefit of this particular tea to you, is that it rids your arteries of all of the muck that are preventing your blood from circulating effectively. How cool is that? How cool is that? Here's a product that is designed not just to detoxify the colon, not just to detoxify your liver, not just to detoxify your kidneys, but to detoxify your arteries. No, your arteries is the medium through which your blood is circulated throughout your body. So your heart is pumping the blood, yes, oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood right throughout your body. So blood is going to your brain, blood is going to your arms, blood is going to your feet, blood is going to your eyes, blood is going every single where, right? But of course, if there is too much deposits in your system, if there's too much plaque in your arteries, then of course that makes it rather difficult for the blood to circulate effectively throughout the body. So Dr. Esther Ramos, in her wisdom, yes, has formulated a product for you that is designed specifically to eliminate all of the plaque that is stored in your arteries, preventing your blood from flowing effectively. And what we have seen is that persons, particularly with hypertension, whenever they use the product for any period of time, once they do it consistently, one of the first things that they notice is that the pains that they normally suffer from high blood pressure or anything that was high blood pressure related, is that they start realizing that that is no longer a challenge. Yes, many people on this seminar with us this evening would have had those experiences, and they can testify in the chat, if they so please, as to how the product has helped them with, mitigating, managing, regulating the high blood pressure that they formerly struggle with. And the primary reason for that is because the product is literally ridding the arteries of those fat deposits that would have normally prevented the circulation of the blood. Another thing that comes with circulation as well is that some persons will tell you that they struggle with poor circulation generally. But once they start drinking the tea, they are telling you, wow, they realize that they're no longer having those issues that would have been related to poor circulation in the system again. You know what I mean? So this is something that you have to take into consideration. The person who invited you here this evening thought it prudent to do so because they believe that the information that we're sharing can be of value to you. And this, for me, is a breakthrough in what we call holistic medicine. You know what I mean? Very, very, very powerful product. And I believe that every single household in Jamaica need to have this product. Very, 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 very important to help to eliminate some of the challenges that people are faced with. Now, another of those things, because remember, we're talking about treating or helping to mitigate or to manage your blood pressure. Separate and apart from the tea that is detoxifying your system, we have also seen where mushrooms are helping people with high blood pressure as well. Yes, many studies are now coming to the fore to indicate that it is better if you are contemplating the natural way to live, then what you want to be a part of your daily diet would be mushrooms, right? And one of the leading mushrooms that is fighting this challenge of, hypertension is the reishi mushroom, right? Now, numerous studies have been done on this to indicate the benefits of reishi mushroom to the human body, but specifically as it relates to what is called high blood pressure, right? Now, one of the things about reishi mushroom is that it contains, ladies and gentlemen, what is known as inhibitors, right? Inhibitors that literally prevents the challenges that are associated with the high blood pressure, right? One of those research that was done in Japan would have seen where 50 individuals who would have been struggling with high blood pressure, they were provided with reishi mushroom for just about 6 consecutive months. And what they found is that over that 6-month period, without any other medication, right? So there are 2 groups, one group with the reishi mushroom and another group with the regular medication prescribed by conventional medicine. And what they found is that the people who were actually eating reishi mushroom over that 6-month period saw a reduction in the blood pressure that was unparalleled. For them, they said that they have never seen that before. Because in one case, where the pressure was read at 156 over 103, they saw a reduction from 153 over 103 to 137 over 93, right? An improvement, they say, of 19 to 10, right? Very, very, very important, right? So what they have here, they call this, normally they use these anti-hypertensive drugs, and that is supposed to be the function of the anti-hypertensive drug. But what they found is that the same thing that the anti-hypertensive drug was designed to do, they found that the reishi mushroom was doing it at a better rate and at a safer rate as well. Because with the reishi mushroom, here's the great thing. There are absolutely no side effects. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't that amazing? You are utilizing something without the side effects. So here it is now, that the person who is hypertensive, utilizing reishi mushroom, is not going to have those complications that are kidney related, that would have been had as a result of your statins. Yes, because your statin drugs, yes, once you take them, you and I know that your kidney will be affected, your liver is not affected. But here is it now that you have something that has absolutely no negative side effect. How cool is that? I'm excited about it. How excited are you? I am super, super, super excited about this particular mushroom. And of course, mushroom has other benefits to be derived, from it. But I'm not talking about those today. I'm focusing on the high blood pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, that is amazing. And that is why you find that the people from that side of the world, yes, people living in the Far East, these are not problems that they have on a daily basis. Why? Because their diets are very, very rich in reishi and other mushrooms. How cool is that? Well, guess what happened? I am here this evening to tell you that if you have never been exposed to the reishi mushroom before, the reishi mushroom is available to you through the individual who invited you on this presentation. We have our reishi mushroom available at 3 levels. So we're talking about reishi mushroom, being available in capsules, right? Where we have 500 milligrams that constitute each of these capsules. You take one on a daily basis, or if your situation is that dire, you can take up to 3 per day, 3 times over the period, right? That's what is available. This is a pill. Not everybody likes pills, not everybody likes capsules, right? But here it is, it's available to you. How cool is that, right? The person who invited you here this evening would have these things at his or her disposal. If you're not that individual that is pill oriented, yes, you're not the individual that likes to take pills, then of course we have it available in powdered form. Now the powdered form is an upgrade of the pill because the potency here is a little higher, right? And you take a teaspoon, you add this to your coffee, you add this to your teas, or you can add this even to any other beverage. It could be one of those things that you normally mix up in the morning. You blend up your greens, etc., whatever it is, and you have that there. But of course, the highest potency available to you comes to us through what is called reishi spore oil. Now, if you look at your screen carefully, you may be wondering if what you are seeing is really true. Yes, it is true. You are seeing that each of these gel caps consists of 2.5 pounds of the certified reishi mushroom. Now, this to me, ladies and gentlemen, and for those persons who have been utilizing it, is really an atomic bomb of good health being deposited into your body. That's what we have here with this particular reishi spore oil, right? So you move from your pills that is, there and thereabout. You take 1 to 3 daily. You get to your powder, which is your extract, that is a lot more potent. And then you get to this stage where you're looking at 2.5 pounds of certified reishi in each of those gel caps. Now, that for me is just simply magnificent. No, we have loads of persons, locally, regionally, and internationally, who would have reported to some of us that, hey, the blood pressure is out of work. I'm taking these statin drugs and nothing is happening. So, okay, fine. Would you like to try one of these? They say, yes, no problem. And what do you know? These people are reporting to us that, whoa, these things are helping to regulate their blood pressure. How cool is that? Again, there are people here on this particular seminar who can really attest to what I am saying this evening. Now, another of those factors that contribute significantly to persons having or experiencing high blood pressure is obesity. Do you know somebody today who is obese? Do you know somebody today who is also obese and hypertensive, right? And is seeking to lose the weight and also to control the pressure? Well, guess what happened? If you know anybody like that, then of course we do have a particular solution that we can recommend to them as well. And that is a weight control system. Now, this particular weight control system, ladies and gentlemen, is unique because here it is that we have a weight control system that is all natural. Everything that we're going to talk to you about right now are all natural, organic based products, yes, particularly mushroom based. For example, an HCG, let's look at that for example. Your HCG, everybody's body has HCG hormone, right? And here it is that we are saying to you that one of the main reasons that you may not be able to lose weight is because your leptin is not functioning effectively. And what do I mean by that? Your leptin is that particular hormone in your body that should say to you, hey, you know what? Stop eating, your tummy is full. Right? If you notice, sometimes you're eating, and when you're eating, there is like something is talking to you and says stop eating, but you still continue to eat. That's your leptin speaking to you. Right? Here is the product called HCG. That when it gets into your system, it stimulates your natural HCG hormone to include your leptin. And what does this do? It literally causes that hormone to be restored to normalcy, where losing weight as your body is designed to lose weight becomes normal. So with this particular HCG, you may lose between 1 and 2 pounds daily if you maintain a 500 calorie diet on a daily basis, right? So that is why we say to persons who are trying to lose weight, reduce your carbs significantly, reduce your fat significantly, increase your vitamins, increase your minerals through fruits and vegetables, and of course your protein. So we wanted to have high protein diets. Now, second on this list is what we call a life capsule. Again, a product that suppresses your appetite for food. In suppressing your appetite for food, it also increases your normal metabolism. What would have slowed your metabolism in the first place? Toxins, inactivity, right? So now that you've got the toxins out of your system through the tea, this is now saying, hey, we're going to speed that up and restore it to normal. Yes? And help you to burn some of those fats. Again, you have persons who are just lethargic. You just don't have the energy. You can't move like you really ought to move, right? And so what you find is that because of that low energy, exercise is difficult for you. Simple exercise. You want to lay down all day, you want to spend all the time you have sitting down and all of that, even though you already have a sedentary job, right? So here is something for you that is going to help you, yes, to increase your energy levels in such a significant way. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 8 hours of sustained energy. That's what we're talking about. How does that happen? It's a thermogenic fat burner, right? So the fat that is stored in your system, this is burning the fat out of your system, helping to pull the fat from the fat cells, converts that into energy, and you feel that burst of energy over an 8-hour period. Right? Sleep and lose. Again, some persons do gain weight because of your inability to sleep when night comes. Whatever the challenges are. Insomnia in some cases, right? Here's a product that contains an ingredient known as melatonin. What does this do for you? Stimulate your natural sleep hormone. Notice, up to this point in time, we have not said we are giving you anything that is going to cause you to do this or to do that. We are saying that the things already exist in your body, and all we are doing with these products is to just activate them. We're activating the HCG hormone, right? We're activating your metabolism with the life. Yes, we're creating energy in your body through the pulling down of fat, right? We're stimulating your natural sleeping hormone. That's what we're doing. All natural products designed to give you that comprehensive result. And of course, for you now, you are finding foods difficult to eat. You are saying to yourself, whoa, you know what? I am hypertensive. I'm overweight. I want to lose the weight, and I can't find the right foods to eat. I can't find the balance. Some of these foods, they are just high in sodium, and so on, and they're high in fats, and the carbs are just so plenty. Well, guess what happened? Lean meal replacement shake. Make a note of that, because what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is actually 16 grams rather of pure plant protein. All your vegetables, all your fruits are available here. If you ever look at the ingredients and see the blends, all the fruits and vegetables you can think of on planet Earth can be found in this particular shake. 16 grams, pure plant protein now. Now, as you can see, there's a variety in terms of choices. So you choose the one that you want, and of course, you use this to replace one of your meals. It can be lunch, it can be breakfast, it can be dinner, whichever meal you so choose to replace, or even 2 meals, right? Now, again, one of those complications that emanate from those persons who are struggling with the issue of hypertension is that of memory loss. Yes, memory loss. Again, the weakening of the flow of blood to the brain. Yes, memory loss. So the blood is not flowing as it ought to your brain. So you find it, your brain become foggy. You're just not thinking straight. Well, can I tell you, support is here for you. Support is here for you through this awesome and amazing product known as Brain. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is designed to help with mental clarity, focus, and of course, concentration, right? So, what are the ingredients? What makes it so special? Have you heard about St. John's wort? Have you heard about that? Well, if not, That's one of the main ingredients here. Have you heard about ginkgo biloba? Well, that's one of the main ingredients here. Yes. Have you heard about the reishi mushroom? We have spoken about that at length. That's one of the ingredients here, ladies and gentlemen. So we're talking about something that is all natural, that is all designed to ensure that, hey, the food that the brain needs to function effectively, it's possible through this particular mushroom-based product. Who do you know this evening that can benefit from this particular product? Guess what happened? The person may not even know that they can benefit from this product, because you may have not told them before. But hey, guess what happened? Tell people. You know what I mean? People with hypertension, they don't know that the fact that the brain is foggy is because of the fact that the blood is not circulating effectively to the brain. But you now have the information, share it with them and provide with them a possible solution. We're not saying that this is the only solution, but this is a possible solution. And from what we have seen and from what we know, the people who use this particular product, all they have for us are 10 and 20 and 100 stars, nothing more. Yes, they go behind the 5 stars. They don't stay at 5 stars. They go at 10 and 15 and 20 and 100, right? Now, ladies too are having challenges with their libido because of hypertension. Yes, blood not circulating as it ought to, and so therefore there's no sensitivity in that particular area. Here is a product, guys, that is so designed to change all of that. What is this product called? Venus. Venus. What does this do? Well, it supports healthy intimacy for women by simply helping you to reclaim the lost desire for intimacy, right? Main thing, that's what we're focusing on. There are other things there to include menstrual support rather, right? And of course your menstrual cycle. But the fact that you're hypertensive and you're struggling with the desire for intimacy, here is very much a solution to your particular challenge. For our men, we can't leave you out, because with the hypertension, yes, the damage of some of these blood vessels and the slowing down of the flow of the blood throughout the system, yes, what you're looking at is erectile dysfunction. What you're looking at, men, is erectile dysfunction. And so we are saying to you this evening, don't sit and have a pity party. Don't sit and allow your self-esteem, low self-esteem to get the better of you. Absolutely not. Stand up like the lion that you are and function like you should. And how do you do that? Well, you would have had your tea, and your tea would have cleansed and eliminate all of the challenges that you would have faced in terms of the oxidative stress, in terms of the arteries being blocked. You are now utilizing your reishi mushroom to inhibit, the challenges and so on, right? And to create that balance in the blood, in the flow of blood, right? Now, you need something to help you to restore your performance in the bedroom. Well, guess what happened? Here's a product called Mars. This is a pill. The good thing about it is that it is all natural. What did I say? It is all natural. So this will not come with the side effects of the pharmaceutical friends that you are accustomed to. No, it will not come with those side effects. Absolutely not. What you will find is that your libido, your desire for intimacy, will heighten, it will increase, but not with those side effects, right? And you are wondering to yourself, what makes this so special? Well, this product is powered by Tonkat Ali. It's powered by the Arni goatweed. It's powered by the reishi mushroom. That combination is second to none in the world. In fact, I have never heard about that combination before this particular product. But when you thought it couldn't get any better, men, Some of us, we're not into the pills. We hate pills. We can't bother with that swallowing of the thing, right? But here you go. You have that same Tonkat Ali. You have that same Rishi available. The same Arnie goat weed is available in a coffee form. Now, this product has become the fastest selling product in all of our company, locally, regionally, and internationally. First and foremost, the world loves coffee. And then the genius in Dr. Esther Remus led her to fuse the reishi mushroom, the Tonkat Ali, along with the ginseng with coffee. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. The Tonkat Ali by itself is designed to increase your testosterone levels. So if there is any challenges with your libido, with your desire for intimacy, the Tonkat Ali increases your testosterone. And with that increased testosterone, what you find is that all of the things that are connected to your testosterone will now become very, very interesting. To include your desire for intimacy, to include having very strong muscles, to include things like having, loads of fertility in your system, right? So high blood pressure may have caused you to be in a very, ticklish situation as we speak because of the fact that the low or poor circulation of the blood as it ought to the various parts of your body, and as such you're experiencing erectile dysfunction. Well, can I tell you, gentlemen, for you, the Mars or the Tonkat Ali could very well be that particular replacement of the other things that you're using, because the other things that you're using at any point in time now can cause you to go 6 feet under, but not the Mars and not the Tonkat Ali, because it will not have that particular side effect. It gets a little better though, because if you're struggling with vision-related challenges, what do you know? Sight is available for you. No, vision-related challenges are primarily due, in this case, to the blood not getting to the eyes as it ought to. Yes, moving very slow, very sluggish, right? And so, yes, you would have had the detox. Yes, you would have had the reishi, and that repair work is taking place. But in the meantime, your vision is very poor. How do you restore that? Through this particular product called Sight. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's for your grandmother, get a bottle. If it's your father, get a bottle. If it's your mother, get a bottle. If it is you, get yourself a bottle. And you will live to tell us how amazing and how awesome this particular product is. Somebody's asking what's the cost of the gun. Get back to the person who invited you, and they will be more than able to provide you the cost of the product. Right. Now, here's what is interesting, because we covered a lot this evening and we're trying to move fast because time is against us. What do we know from this presentation? An estimated 1.28 billion adults over the world between the age of 30 to 79 years old are currently struggling with hypertension. An estimated 46% of adults with hypertension are unaware that they have the condition. Could you be one of those persons tonight? Are you aware of your status? What is your blood pressure reading? Normal blood pressure reading, they say, is 120 over 1 over 80. Is that correct? Buffy, please talk to me, right? But there are some persons who are at 139 over 90. There are some persons who are 150 over 100. There are some persons who are 160 over 110, and it's getting really, really crazy. Interestingly, here is what I want you to understand. Hypertension is a major cause of premature death worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you, 2 persons very close to me have recently succumbed to hypertension young people, one of them 28 years old, another young lady just 40 years old. She was in her prime, making strides. They're a young child, just 9 years old. And that child now has to be raised by somebody else, right? Why? Because she was unaware of the fact that she had high blood pressure. And what I've seen as well is that a lot of the high blood pressure deaths do not, these days tend to be as a result of the high blood pressure, which leads to what is called brain aneurysm, right? Now, here this evening, we are sharing with you that even though it sounds rather daunting, even though it sounds dark and dim, there is hope. And your hope this evening lies in a couple of things. Number one, you need to make those lifestyle-related changes. What is the first thing you need to do? Start eating properly. Secondly, you need to start exercising. But most importantly, you want to expose yourself to these organic mushrooms that are helping people worldwide, not only here in Jamaica, not in the rest of the Caribbean alone, not in North and South America, but all of Asia, all of Africa, and parts of Europe. You want to get your hands on these particular mushrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks for taking time out of your busy Sunday evening. I know tomorrow is work, but you took time because for you this is important. And you came this evening, and I'm hoping that you would have been furnished with the information that you so greatly desire. Please get back to the person who invited you. And whichever of the products appealed to you, that person has the capacity to further provide information for you as to how you can secure them. They are available through people's websites. Persons have them in hand as we speak. And so they are available. Wherever in the world you are, these products are available for you. Get back to that particular individual and thank them. We hope to have another session 2 weeks from today, and we look at another topic that is health related. We are into the business, ladies and gentlemen, of educating people so as to prevent, things like premature death in person's life. So I want to thank you again for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be present. Again, get back to the person who invited you as we close out this evening. Not too sure if anybody has a question or a comment that they want to utilize this platform. If you have a question that you would like to ask, please feel free to raise your hand, and I'll be more than happy to ask you to unmute. Going once, going twice. All right, so there are no questions so far as I see. Only comments coming into the chat. All right, so, okay, let us see. Global Stars Foundation. Global Stars, please go ahead and unmute.
Thank you. Greetings.
Hi, Global Stars.
Yes, greetings and blessings to all.
Blessings to you too.
Thank you. What I'm wanting to know, the detox tea, should it be that the persons use the detox first, and then after detoxing, then they go on the required capsules or tablets, or is it that they can use it both at the same time?
Thank you very much, Global Stars. Excellent question. Recommendation here. Number one, it's always very important that you have the detox for a minimum of at least 2 weeks before you move into the other products. Reason being is that you want to get the process going of eliminating the oxidative stress, eliminating the toxins from the system, etc. So you want to give yourself that 2 week window. Then in the third week now, which is where 2 weeks would have been completed, moving into the third week, that's where you normally add the other stuff. So for example, the reishi mushroom, or any other of the mushrooms that you're going to be utilizing, the Mars, etc. You start at that point in time, but you also continue with your tea, because of course, the tea will not interfere with the capsules at that point in time. What you're trying to do is to eliminate as much of the toxins first before you start using it. So yes, a combination at that point in time. All right, thank you for your question. Great question, and I do appreciate that. All right, any other question, any other comment? Any question, any comment? All right, I guess that's it. So again, thank you very much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, get back to the person who invited you and let them know that you are ready to start your process. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. God bless you all. Cheers.